Welcome to the Seven Crosses series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 14th of February 1988. What I want to do in this video, once the snow is gone, is a bit more planning about a clothing manufacture centre, but a bit more about that later on. And next thing I want to say is an apology for the break in the release schedule. The last couple of days have been a little bit frantic and I just didn't have enough time to make these recordings. That out the way, I'd like to say a big thank you for your comments and feedback. As usual, you guys give me so much to think about, and I want to emphasize that I like your opinions about the gameplay and all that, because it makes me think more and more about how I play this game. And somebody did ask me about the steel mill here and why I'm going to delete it, and the honest truth is that the way I'm starting to approach the game now is more real life. Therefore, this steel mill was built to get us up and running, but once Stilton comes online, you could say it's not really economic from the perspective of the overall economy. And eventually what I'll be doing is reshaping knife edge here, taking away some of these industries. Like once I've got the rail link in, we'll probably get rid of this little brickworks as well. I mean, it's okay, but it's just an annoying factor. In fact, I am thinking that once we rework this area, possibly we may get some tourism in. You know, if we get rid of the pitch extraction, because eventually we'll be bringing more and more bitumen in by train from Ollerton, so we don't need the bitumen extraction. Although I'll probably leave the coal kiln here just to keep the prefab factory going, because that is a source of prefabs to this area here. And also there's a possibility that we can export them. So I'll be reshaping knife edge in the long term. And then if we come over to Stilton here, so somebody quite rightly pointed out this is going to be a massive city, and I've kind of revamped the idea about this as well, because I do want to get a very big city here. But what I've kind of reconsidered, and this fits in quite nicely with the next update, because I've got this area here now, which is where the iron mines are. And what I'm thinking of doing is putting in a little mining village here to be able to provide the workers to this area. And what we'll probably do have, I mean, it depends on the capacity, because we've got no idea what the capacity of the prison is, but we might put the prison out here so that we can put our prison population to work in the mines here. So that's something that I do want to explore going forward. That out the way, the snow's just starting to melt, so we're just gonna slow the game down a bit, and I'll just give you an update of where we are. Things are going along really nicely here. We're getting close to getting to the point where we can start using this with train imports. So at the moment you can see what I've got is a distribution office bringing bricks, prefabs and a little bit of steel up to here, so that this construction office no longer has to send vehicles all over the place, and that's actually improved their overall efficiency. The other change I've also made is we got these conveyor links here, and we've got the large aggregate here. And what I'm doing is, instead of trucking into here, what I've done is we're now trucking the coal into here, and I think I've got the construction office working on this coal-fired power plant. So what we eventually will do is we'll get the coal-fired power plant up, which should feed power into this area. You can see also the roads are all starting to come together quite nicely as well. I think at the moment we got this problem with the bridge here. We need to finish that, but you can see how quickly the road crew is pushing out this way. I can't remember if I've actually mentioned this, is I've also put in a power connector here, because I've realized that this area didn't really have access to power, and therefore I think a second power connector there will make a difference. Ollerton is also coming together quite nicely. We've now made got our cableway ready. We've got our conveyor into here now, and so I think what we could probably do, we've got loyalty low. What on earth's that? Okay, let's just check this. I am getting a problem with loyalty in this area here. Foodville. Just check the loyalty. To show you here, my loyalty is down to 33% again, and I just can't understand what is going on when I've got lots and lots of coverage. I've got the monuments, I've got the I mean I've got government people here training at 40 and the school here at 45. I just can't understand why my loyalty is dropping. My police intelligence officers are working, so I just seem to keep getting these drops in loyalty. Anyway, that is something I will be looking at, and probably not in this part, but probably the next part. But so what we got here is our cableway is now complete. What I will say is this underground conveyor is actually acts as a storage here. What I've actually done is I've changed this conveyor to act as a pool, because I wasn't convinced that the coal ore in here could be pulled up into this storage here. And I think just for the fun of it, we got plenty of piles and piles of money. I mean, this is coming along quite nicely, so it won't be long before we can start putting this together so we can get our heating on. But the one thing I want to do is oh, fire, great, is actually get this sorted out. And now I'll be completely upfront, I've got absolutely no idea how many of these we need, so I think I'm going to start 2, 3, 4, 5, and what we'll do is we'll put the number of workers on here. Let's speed this up, because can we buy some more? Because what I was thinking is if I can get 6 on here. So is it the fact that we gotta let this run for cabins in the station 4? I think we'll just let it go there. What I want to do at the moment is just for this to start getting together so that we can start mining a little bit of coal ore, and then that, and that's just to see, just to show you whether that will work. See, this is flowing to here. Don't we have, and you can see this is now flowing up and into there. So hopefully by the time this comes online, we'll have this store will be full. That's the idea anyway. So we've now got that running, and just the final little bit of update I want to show you. In fact, just going to slow the game down again. Is up here we are slowly pulling this oil field together. We've got this one online, but you can see the power supply isn't particularly that good, so no output connection. This one's not finished yet. We've got to finish that. So we are getting a little bit more oil into here. I think probably what I'm going to need to do is actually plan a power supply out here and just solve it once the power situation once and for all. And I think just to finish off this update section is I'll come over here. I put another field in here because during the winter I actually monitored this farming area, and the old trucks I had here were able to pick up the crops from this field. I've also rejigged this field now because I brought the snow clearing guys over to here, so we got a little bit more space on this field. And the other thing I've also done is completely upgraded all the trucks in here and then added this extra field here. So hopefully that's going to work. And I say, just to wind up now, I'm just going to check my trains because they're kind of doing odds and ends work at the moment. So this guy is kind of pushing down into here. Now over here, I've got to. Why have I got no connections through here? I think I'm not gonna. Oops, no, it's gone too far. Okay, we'll get this guy working out here because we've got to this crossover here. I've got a bit of a power connection problem here, so I just want to take a quick check to see. Got that there. I think I missed a section there, didn't I? And if I don't think I've laid the power to there, and we need to lay the power up to there. And this is one of the downsides of kind of laying the ordinary track first and then, whoops, and then just do that. I'll carry on the rest because I still need to set up the other side. Where are you? Because I'm pretty sure you have stopped here. And what I'm trying to do over here is get all this area built in. I think we've electrified into there. So what we got to do now is just get it to electrify into here. And what that would mean is we'll have this area set up, except for this back curve here. That out the way, I can now get on to what I really want to focus on in this part. In fact, I am going to pause the game. Always get a bit worried about things going wrong while I'm actually planning. And what I want to do is make this area here, was it Volocava, into our clothing center. Because if I draw the map up quite nicely, you see it's quite well centrally located. And there's some space here for some farms to provide the crops for the fabric factory. Also, coming off here into this island just above where Foodville is, I would like to make this into our food production centre. That doesn't mean I'm going to replace the food production in Knife Edge. Knife Edge will supply the food to itself and Colville, with a little bit of surplus possibly going in the direction of Stilton. Eventually what we'll have is all the rest of the map will be supplied from a food centre. What I want to do here is plan a farm first, and I've got a plan sketched out. Now this farm layout is based on, was it Bilbao Jones's farming video he made about the best way to lay out a large farm. And if you've got any doubts about how to set up a farm for maximum capacity, I really strongly recommend you actually watch his video, because he does cover this subject in great detail. And what I want to do first is we're going to have, I want 6 large fields going up this way. In fact, we're going to try and squeeze 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, we're not going to get 6 there, are we? 4, 5. We could get 6 with it, just like that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So much for that idea. I mean, I could bring the farm forward a little bit, but I'm a bit worried about this area here. Actually, I think we're just gonna just tilt you around a little bit like that, so you're touching that rail line. And we'll just remove these. And this one. And we'll just redo these fields so that they I'm going to take some losses with this. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you can do it. Okay, I'm getting myself in a bit of a mess here. I think if I can. Okay, we're just gonna have this one stuck out a little bit. Okay, it's no good, guys. Apologies for this. I know it seems like I'm being a bit over exact, but I feel that I really need to get this side absolutely dead right, so that I can get the rest of the layout working. I think maybe if we just pull you forward a little bit more, and we're 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've got 6 just there. Got there in the end. That's all that really counts. I'm going to put on the grid so that I can kind of pick up. We're going to come all the way down on that, and we're going to hook you up. And we're going to do everything with asphalt roads from the beginning. Maximum fit. And then probably not sure about that bit of road there, so we'll just trim you back a little bit. Now just turn this off again. What I want across the bottom here is 4 or 5 fields, but it will depend on how close we get to this bump here. There's a big bump here, see. Actually, I'm going to leave the topographic on so I can judge it a bit better. And then so I want it that way round. I'm going to get, just going to leave a space. I mean, it's not exactly. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think 5 is an option, but I don't want to put one in just at the moment. We're going to put a road down through here, connect you up like that. There we got 4 fields there. That gives me 10 large fields. One of the recommendations is that we use 6 small fields, because the maximum field coverage is 18 large fields, 6 medium fields. Put in the, I think what I'm going to do is put the medium fields, up here. Just, again, just square them off a little bit. We're going to put 3 medium fields up here like that. And then I think we want to leave space for a road here. Actually, we can start about here. I'm going to put 1, maybe a little bit more space between these. 2, 3 medium fields there. Just put these in. For some reason the game wants to put these in as mud roads. These in as well. So that puts the 6 medium fields in, and that means that we've got a gap here for roads. Now we need to get another 8 large fields in now, and I think what I'd like to do is get the at least 4 or 5 up this way, and what I'm deliberately trying to do is leave a kind of hole in the middle. If we put in, say, 1 there, 3, that brings it out to roughly there. That gives me 14, is it? Just want to check. We've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We've got space for a road up here. We'll put the road in, coming through to about there. We'll hook the road, that road's there, that road's there. So this is working out quite well, actually. I think my inclination is to have a large field here. Just put but you can leave a gap for a road through there, so I put a large field in there. So that's 1, 2, 3. This is part 1 then. What's this? Oh no, it says it's 4.81, isn't it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we got 3 more to come in. Actually, I think I'm just going to change this a little bit. We're going to take you out, because that's a kind of natural flow into a possible second farm here. So maybe what we can do is, so we got 3 there, so we've now got 17 or 13, isn't it? So we need, and if we put 4 across the top here, because we've got some flat space here, that might work better actually. So we could put a, another possible field like that. Just kind of spin it a little bit. That's a full-size field. And then we can go. No, I think that's just going to make it look a bit odd, isn't it? Apologies for my indecision. Not the world's greatest farm. Yeah, we could probably put this so it's almost in line with the end of that road there, isn't it? And then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4 there, like that. You can come to there. You can run out to out there. You can run through there. Means you can hook to there. You can hook to there. Hook to there. Hook to there. Hook to there. What we've got is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 across here, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 large, and 4 medium, and it kind of leaves us this nice big open square here for our collection area. And I think what we'll do is we'll just put the road, I want a road through the back of here like that. Why won't you? Why is it saying there's infrastructure in the way? It's probably colliding with that field there, isn't it? So have to, and then we can bring road through here to here, and then what we need in the center here is a nice big silo. Now a farm like laid out like this with this number of fields has got a potential production of about 6,000 tons a year, so we're looking for a silo. Don't think I necessarily need to go to 6,000 tons or above, do I? Because we can be pulling off the crops all the time, even when the crops are being harvested. So I think I've got the one I need, because I think is it 5,400. So what I'd like to do is put this in the center, say for argument's sake. If we put it, say about here, actually we put it this way round. We've got a couple of connectors coming this way, so if we can put you literally opposite that road there. Now I'm not going to use a rail connection because all the crops from this area are going to literally just be moved down the road for close production. And then what we'll do is we'll put in some cargo stations, and I think we'll need one on this side for the farms what's coming from this side, like that. We'll put another one on this side, like that. In fact, I think we're going to put 2 more. I think that should be enough, shouldn't it? Because we'll have one coming. We'll have one of you coming in from there, and possibly one of you going straight for there. I mean, that should be, I mean, I could put one over here as well, just to be absolutely 100% certain. We could put one in, like that. Yeah, we could put one in, say, about there. And then you can connect to, let's get rid of that tree connection. You can connect to there, and then we'll take a road out like that, and then we'll curve you across to there, and this leaves more than enough space for the farm and also the distribution offices and the gas station, you name it, whatever we want to put in the center. And I actually quite like this fairly loose layout as well. And I think what we'll do is we've got this road connection here, so we need to put the farm somewhere where the different tractors and that will be able to connect. So if we bring you across there, you can connect into there, and right, we got that connection there. I think we'll put a connection across to there, and I think what we're going to do is just going to move this medium field over. So if we get rid of you there, put the medium field back in, but we'll put it in this corner like that, and then we'll just hook in you there. That means we can take that road through to there. We'll trim out this to make it a bit easier to build. Just accept that. And just turn off that. And what I'll do is once we've got the road infrastructure in place, I'll start thinking about putting in the power, the gas station, and the distribution offices. I mean, probably not going to get this finished this year. That'd be nice to have, but I don't think we will. Just accept that there. I think I'm quite happy with that layout. What I want to do now is just lay out our clove production area here, and I've already leveled this off a little bit because it was a bit lumpy. And what we'll be having is our first fabric factory and clothes factories here. What we'll probably do is build the town back this way. So what we need is one fabric factory is capable of supplying enough fabric for 2 clothing factories. What I would like to do is I want to push it a little bit away from the here, but at the same time I don't want to be too extravagant with the space, because if necessary, what I'd like to do is have the option to put in a second fabric factory and clothes factory. So as I said, I would like to make this the center of my clothes production. So if we can get that there, I think we'll build out. So we got this area here. This is the fabric factory. We're going to need a store. Where's the store? General cargo. And we're going to, I think we can just use, would this be big enough to store the fabric and the clothes? No, we could go bigger, couldn't we? What's the storage in here? 520. What can we get something a little bit bigger? I think I'm pretty sure I've got I could use the ones I've used over in Knife Edge if I can find them. Let me just see. Right, this one's got storage for 716, and this one's actually quite like this one. This is going to be 716. It's actually got 2 road connections on it as well, which is pretty useful. Because what we can do then is I put it that way round. That will give me the road connections going away from where the actual clothing factories will be. So we can put you in here like that. Thank you, game. Because this should be big enough to take the fabric coming in and the clothes going out. So then I don't need another warehouse to connect up the clothing factories. That's the theory anyway. So what we're going to need is we can put 1 clothing factory. We could put it this way, couldn't we? We'll just put this one on this side first. So say for example we can put 1 here. Actually we could put 1 here, couldn't we? And then no, let's put 1 here. Let's keep it tidy. And then we can have another one here. like that. And then that gives us plenty of space to put the silo and delivery mechanisms for this one. This will give us the connections to here, and then I can put in a cargo station here. I think 6 would be enough, won't it? And what this can do is pull off the close that's been completed, and we can just hook you there. Now I'm not going to put a direct rail link into here because I want to control where the close is going, because the close to Foodville and possibly in this direction will go by truck. The train connection will come in from that side. We're going to put in this here. That will give me that connection there. Now what we need, we need 2 forms of delivery here for the fabric factory. We're going to need a silo to deliver the crops. Again, we're going to go for, I don't think I need 4,000, 5,000. Oh, I could do, I suppose. Got 3,200 here. Could be quite nice. In fact, if I put it that way round, slightly back. Yeah, because if this is going full flat out, we shouldn't have a surplus at the end of every year. We should be possibly in deficit, especially in the beginning. So if I can stretch that as far as I can, like that. Then we're going to need a fairly small warehouse for the chemicals. Big warehouse. I think this is the one I was actually using, wasn't it? Before. This is 960. I could replace this in the center. No, I'm not going to do that. From the point of view of chemicals, we don't need a big warehouse because I think it's, what's it? Let's just check. The fabric factory consumes 1/2 ton of chemicals per day. Small barn here that can store 27 tons of chemicals, which should be ideal. And I think we come this way, like that, and put him in there, and we can put a. Not even convinced I need a cargo station for this. Actually, I think what we'll probably do is just put a small one in, just to shorten down the mileage. Wait, stop it. Okay, I'll just keep this tidy. Put you there. Don't need that, so you can get removed. So we've now got our, what we need now is a cargo. What we need to do is connect the road up. I think we're going to come straight like that, curve round slightly there, and we're up here, kind of curve round a little bit and bring you in there like that. Just accept those. That means we can put a cargo, a 6-fold. Got a road there, so we could probably put a cargo station about there. And what that will mean is that if we want to put another complex out here, we can run a fabric factory off in that direction, can't we? And that means that this road can come in here. Nope, trim that back a bit. And we'll just join you up there. Now, another idea I've got for this actual town here is to actually use trolley buses, because I just like the idea. There's no practical reason for it. It's just that I really felt like the idea of possibly using trolley buses instead of normal ones. And I've got these ones here. These are combination trolley buses, and this one's got this one's capable of having 500 passengers in it. We've got this area here. We'd need to put one in there, won't we? We would need to kind of put a trolley bus network in. So we'd have to put something, just put it this way around here. This would give us a kind of trolley bus connection type thing there. And then, of course, we're going to need a depot for the trolley buses as well. But we'll put in the... This is a small... I don't think there's a small one. This gives me a drop-off of 230. It's one way. Let me just look at the vanilla ones. This is a 200 drop-off. This is a main road, isn't it? So I don't really want the... Kind of part of me says that we're going to put a specialized line in here that will connect these up. So if we put this in here, this can be a normal road there. And then what we can do is run you here, there, like that. And then you can... Now we need a depot, so if I run... Let's put the depot in. We also need the connector. You can always forget about the trolley bus trolley, whatever it is. So if we put you in, say about here, because I don't want to break these roads. In fact, we can probably put you about there, can't we? And then we need the actual depot, which we could probably put kind of in here like that. I put it about here like that. Yeah, if we put it there, then I can run this road like round here. You can run into there. That's the connection there. Run that to there, that to there. And then we need another drop-off point for the fabric factory here. So we could just put that in about there. And we can put you about there and put the again, what I want to do is keep the trolley buses aren't the fastest vehicles in the game, so I think we'll just put it like that. That leaves this kind of road open for moving stuff around, because in some ways this is a little bit in the wrong position if we're going to move close to a rail station. But I think it'd be okay if these are just crossing over like that and doubling back to there. And then we'll just put this in here, like, and what we'll probably do is connect you to there and there. That. Keep that kind of tidy. The only thing that's not connected now is this road here, which we could probably come off and put there, hook you into there so that we can leave this space open. But we'll just get rid of that for the moment. The alternative is if I can get the road out here. Yeah, we got two options there, so we're just going to accept that. So we've got a little bit of our trolley bus network here. I'm not going to work on the town in this part because this is a little bit long-term planning. It's going to take a little while to get this built. Plus, I'm not too sure how I want to put the town in. But one thing I would like to do is kind of put the rail connection in. In fact, I could bounce the road back this way and bring the rail connection in from about here. Although, let me just, we can get the rail connection over here so that we could put a goods pickup yard here, and then yeah, I mean that would work, couldn't it? So we could bring in, we shouldn't have a problem with food or meat, because meat would come from there. Actually, maybe it might pay to come in from about here. We got a little bit of maybe that's going to clutter the track a little bit too much. I think if we got this road here, I think if we put in a rail yard here, close enough to the town to be able to do something, and it would also give me options with two sides. If I put that there, where was that big warehouse that I found, which I won't be able to find again now? Right, I'm just going to go looking for that big warehouse again, and I'll be right back when I find it. We've got storage for 960, and what we'll do is we'll put this on, just zoom in a little bit. We'll put you about there. That gives us an option to put there. In fact, I've just had a sudden thought. We may want to distribute meat, and we've got no rail connection from Foodville. So we could, if we keep this tight, what I could do is put in a meat store. Let me just get here. Actually, we've got the normal meat store for freezer store, meat storage. This is 16 tons. This is 75 tons of meat. What we're going to do is put you in just about here, like that. I don't want you connecting up to that. Okay, we'll do it this your way, and then I'll take out your connection. Just move you over a little bit like that. Take out that connection there. And we'll just sneak you through the, actually no, cancel. Because we got that there. If I put in, you should be able to get a 6 slot. Well, you can do it, game. You can get a cargo drop off there, which can then connect into here, like that. You can come off and connect to there for purposes of fire. And then what I can do is, for the purposes of fire again, is just send you off to there. And then, talking of fire, I think what we'll probably do is put the local fire station about there. Actually, if we put it a little bit closer, we could probably put it within walking range of our town. Actually, could probably put it, we'll put it about there. That will give the fire coverage for this area. I think just to finish the video off, we're going to run the what we call it, the rail tracks. So we got a little bit of a branch there, and we got to get to there. So if I hook off of here, and again we want a two-way split. So come that way. You can come round, run up there, run through there. You've got two connections, so whoops. Just curve this round. I want to stay on the fairly high ground here. You can come in like that. And then just come round through over the top like that. Just can turn this off now. And I think we're across over there. I'm also aware that this might get a little bit busy, so I think what we'll do is we'll strike off a second line here. Like that. In fact, our strike off a third one, create a kind of a short marshalling yard type effect here. That won't, a little bit too close. Maybe that will come in like that. What that will mean is that we will have the option for trains coming into here, queue up before they leave again here. And then what we'll do is we'll hook up, you run through there, there. Push through to here, like that. So that will give us the connection here. And what that means is we can export the clothes, we could possibly bring food in with a small warehouse as well. With we've got an option to put a warehouse over here. So we'll just accept the rail tracks and the road. And I'm quite happy with that. And as I say, what we'll do is we'll build the town back this way with so that we can supply the industry, the clothing industry. And this is exactly what this community is going to do. All it's going to do is produce clothes, so it'll be a textile town. And I think that will work because it's ideally placed to supply. I mean, it can supply Stilton by truck, so it doesn't need trains. It will be able to supply Foodville. A pinch, it can come right the way around the long way to bring clothes into Knife Edge, although personally I probably would keep the clothing industry there, but it also could deliver clothes to Colville, and of course it could run all the way through to Ollerton over there. And I think just to wind the video up, we're just going to take a quick check at what my rail guys are up to. Oh no, they're still trundling away at the moment. What are you doing? Yep, so he's now pushing out to here. We can get to there. We cracked it. This area still needs a little bit of work. We've got some connections there. That looks as though there's a break in the track here, which I need to check on. Well, it's in here somewhere, but I'll investigate that off camera just to see how things are going. Over here, these guys are making the connection there, which is good to speed the game up a little bit. And then all the way out here will be in a position. We're still kind of laying the tracks out this way. Building's on fire. Where's your fire? That could should be no problem. We got our fire crew here. There they are, on the job. And I think finally we're just to go and check on Ollerton. Thank you, game. At the moment we're getting a steady flow of workers in here on our little what we call it, cableway. Must admit, I'm rapidly becoming a convert to cableways, and I think I might be using them in other places going forward. The one area which I've never used them for is actually shipping goods. So if any of you got any opinions on whether it's efficient to ship goods using cableways, feel free to chuck it in the comments and maybe we'll explore that going forward. We've completed this warehouse here. We'll just put that onto limit. Citizens' loyalty is too low again. Just don't understand why we've got these problems. It's almost like if we get new influxes of the population here. How come this has gone down 500? We've lost that number of escapees, have we? That seems incredible. Or is what's happened? I know I was building a new building over here. Has it been finished? No, I can't see it's been finished. As far as I know, I wasn't building anything in Knife Edge. Knife Edge is pretty stable. What I probably will need to do is upgrade my tractors, I think. I need to take a look at my tractors and see what options I've got to get faster sowing. And then over here, we've got 380 tons of coal in this area, and where the steel mill's coming together quite nicely. This is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.